not that long ago. Luke Leeds, sophomore, Clear Fork, taking on Joey Richardson from Carrollton. And then on 5 on the far mat, we have Jonah Thomas Jr. from Ripley down 10-1 to
With the Merkel
Smith
here. He's coming to the top for a cradle, though. If he just take the head arm on the near side and get his points.
He doesn't have points?
Got a point. He should have them.
There it is.
Yeah,
There's the 3. He was looking to get greedy there for a second with the cradle with that inside leg in. And that's not there. A spladle might be, but then he came back and solidified his points. Good stuff. He's rocking it back.
Yeah, that's
Benedictine kid's still scrapping, though.
Wheeling Park will they'll hit you with a Merkel.
Step up. Well, blood time.
It's a nice little match here. We're in the second period with Nate Hodge from Wheeling Park taking on Gabriel Dolan from Benedictine on mat 1 right here. We got a little bit of blood time. So moving on to mat 3.
We're 3-3 in the third over there in the middle. Something's about to happen
Carrollton
here.
match.
Yep, something's about to happen.
That's Richardson from Carrollton taking on Luke Lee from Clear Fork. There's 1 minute to go.
There's three.
How many rounds are we doing?
3 championship and 3 consi. The first round of both are only going to be like a few
couple matches.
Okay.
So really like 2 more rounds after this.
All right. What was your mindset when you wrestled and it was a 2-day tournament and you had that second weigh-in? Did you go pig out and said I need the fluids in me and the food to feel good, to wrestle good, or were you kind of like, hey,
honestly, I
don't have the matches that I need to worry about. I just need to manage my weight and then I can eat tonight.
I would eat whatever, like just a small amount. I was really good about that, and I'd be pretty careful, and then I'd count every match as a pound.
Yep.
So if I ate and I had 3 matches, if I was 3 pounds over going in, I'd be fine.
Yep. Every match. That was my thought. Every match that went the distance. If you threw your sweats on and your hat on and your everything right away, your hoodie, and kept that sweat going off the match, every time you did that was a pound. And I could almost know within a tenth of what I weighed just by what I put in me and what I put on after the matches and how hard I worked out there. And on day 1, I was more likely to cut guys and do more work, and
Yeah, I wanted it to be an easy day and weigh in. I didn't want to run that night, for God's sakes. That should be potentially dangerous.
Well, we had to weigh in the next day. We didn't have
in the morning.
Yeah, we didn't have that night weigh-ins.
I don't remember if we did. I think we had some.
We had the weigh-outs when I was in high school. In college, we did not. You had to weigh out. There was no next morning option.
I can't really remember.
And then I think.
We also had different certification too, where I was the 105-pounder. For me to wrestle 112, I had to weigh in at 105 and wrestle 112 on our dual team, or I'd lost my 105 certification. That was rough.
I almost wish we could get rid of that and have some more matchups and not lose your certification by bumping up and seeking out tougher competition, giving the fans something. I remember one year, there was a team in our league that had a state champ, and I had a runner-up, and they were 10 pounds apart, and it's like, man, both kids are going to see somebody that they can attack in the first period. I'd rather these two meet in the middle, or someone bumps up one and give the fans something exciting, and build the crowd and grow wrestling that way. But the rules don't allow for it, You remember the year Alan Freed bumped all the way to 171 and took his only loss in his last 3 years in high school, and a duel was against somebody in Pennsylvania. Like, you need those matchups, and I wish we could have them in college. Now nobody wants to seek out, It doesn't happen very often.
Alan Freed's last loss was in high school.
Well, his first loss, freshman year.
That was his last loss, I thought.
He bumped up his senior year, I think, in a duel all the way to 171 to some team in Pennsylvania. I can probably tell you who it was. Whoever it was went on to be at least a Division I All-American, but He lost a close one, but he was at I think 145 wrestling 171.
Mike Elsas from North Canton Hoover actually beat him in his freshman year. Beat him in at state tournament like quarters, and that was his last loss in high school. Is what I've always thought. I actually made that comment like 2 days ago.
Maybe he had another loss we didn't know about.
I don't know. That looks painful.
It's
That's
talked
tight.
about in the 1991 Brakeman report. I only know this because I was cleaning out my closet the other day and I got a little sidetracked for an hour.
I bet you did.
Such a student of the game.
Man, I love the old Brakeman report. So what were you ranked? What was your best ranking in the Brakeman?
I was only ranked once. I was really insulted that he ranked me 5th, and I took 6th.
I also was ranked 5th, and my whole opinion was I just wanted to prove him wrong.
Yeah.
I wanted anything above 5th.
Now, in my defense, he had me ranked at 119, and I ended up at 112. I'm pretty sure I probably would have done better up a weight, but I moved down a weight because everyone on the team wanted to go down one, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm like, I'm cutting a lot of it.
You were big, too.
Probably went a little too far in high school, but would I have done it for myself? No, but when the rest of the team's like, hey, we all are way under, we could all go down, I'm like, man, you're willing to do a little more for your friends, you know? But
I didn't know that.
It kind of backfired on a lot of us, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he'd have been within 1 or 2 of where I was at, you know, but God, do you remember the anticipation waiting for that thing to come out?
Yeah.
And then it's like you'd hear somebody had one. And I remember driving like 15 minutes to my buddy's house, and then we're like, well, I know the place has a copy machine. We need to take it over there, and we can. Yeah, that was such a cool thing.
I loved it.
That's something kids will never understand.
Yeah, now it's just one click, and
we used to have
they
our
glance at it, and
before I was old enough, we would have like our reverse raffle or something, and he would come to that with it.
No, not the Brakeman. That was
that was
the sectional
brackets.
Okay.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah.
I was not on the mailing list because I did not mail him a t-shirt size large, but the Camerons did, and I remember when they got it, I was getting a phone call like, hey, I got it, and we would spend the next 7 hours just dissecting that thing, and
oh, I'd get my Sharpies out. I'd be color coding stuff. Each district's a different color.
That's a nice shot. I like that. That is Mansfield Comprehensive. I like this dude. Matt 1. Aiden Proctor. Got a little bit of blood going on.
Let's see here. On my side over here, Matt 2's 11-2. Matt 4 is 1-0 in the third period.
All right, let's take a look.
And I can't see the far, Matt. Got 54 seconds left.
Just got one.
There we go.
Matt 4.
We're 1-1.
Talon Boyd from Ashland taking on Chase Chain from Hilliard Davidson.
I like this kid, the Davidson kid. He's got a little chip on his shoulder. He scraps.
And he just
a couple months ago, I stopped into their open mat, and he's like, you want a match with me? And I'm over there in shirt and tie. I'm like, who is this high school kid calling me out, man? I'm 50 years old. But if he says one more thing, I'm going to borrow some shoes.
So it's 20 seconds left. Tied. I still think we've only seen one overtime.
I think we're about to see another one.
So 1-1.
He gave us up to go behind. There we go. Ashland.
Saw the head go down.
Yep.
Attempted a Granby roll here. And that's not going anywhere.
He's in trouble.
Yeah, he doesn't be he's not careful here. There it was.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, that was right down to the end. That was a good one.
It sure was.
He's going to be thinking about that one for a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Like you said, you saw the head go down.
Yep. Trust me, there have been a couple conversations in the car ride home over the last decade about giving up the spin behind with my own kids.
Yeah. So you were talking about coaching your kids. I had a rule with my son that I would only, after practice, I'd only say one thing about practice to him on the way home. But I would pick it. I would make sure that I thought it out and it was the right one
pick
question.
A good one?
Oh, yeah. But if not, I would drive him crazy.
I could see myself claiming I'm going to do that and say, all right, I only got one thing with 27 parts to it.
There you go. Part A.
No, like kids, you tell them too much, you tell them nothing. So I try to, and I got that rule in the corner. Like the other guy's got blood time. It's a 1-point match. Like if I tell them 3 things that, hey, you need to get to this, but watch out for this, like that, it was only going to confuse them. So yeah, you got to keep it simple.
Yeah.
I got a poster on my wall at home, signed by Doug Bluebaugh, and it says "Kiss, keep it simple, stupid." And I knew that was meant to be the advice I was going to need to follow. So I try.
I got a great story about Doug
Bluebaugh. Died in our wrestling room. Who was that?
I got a great story about Doug Bluebaugh. He came in to do a clinic in our room, like late. He was old, and he had this condition where if he would get really excited, like, and laugh, he'd pass out or whatever.
That's right.
Well, Mike Simon, one of our wrestlers, said something and he dropped.
Yeah. Nothing. We weren't told that.
I'm aware of this.
We thought he died, man. We thought this legend in Ohio wrestling. He should bring something, hand you something when you meet him, man.
I hate to tell the story on the air, but here it goes. We were at the Little Buckeye camp at Ohio State, and the dorms were in the Horseshoe, the football stadium.
Yeah.
And Bluebaugh was teaching, and it was like mostly middle school and youth in this Little Buckeye camp. And the counselors are like Kevin Randleman, Mark Coleman, like not the guys you want to mess with, but it must have been. We were in the French Field House, and it must have been like 95 degrees. And the last thing we felt like doing in the middle of late July was wrestle.
Stop that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And we really wanted to go to the pool. And he was like, no, we're going over this session. And it's like our 3rd session of the day. And then we knew about the condition. And some little kid comes sprinting up to him, turns around and moons him. And was like, hey, coach, look, I got hurt. I got a big crack in my butt. And he started laughing, and he was out cold. And so we snuck off to the swimming pool. We got in major trouble. And listen, they threatened to call our parents. We wish they would have called our parents. They were getting the daylights out of us and like severe heat.
Yeah.
My parents picked me out there. How was camp? And I was like, good. You're awful quiet. Anything happened? No.
Single legs.
But yeah, we he's gonna be out about 15 minutes. Let's get over to the pool. He might wake up. The session's gone. Terrible to pick on an old timer like that and a legend of the sport.
Right.
He was Olympic champion in 1957 over the Iranian who'd never lost. And but when you're 12 years old, you're thinking swimming pool.
Right. Yeah. It's a good sized dude. This CVCA kid warming up right here. On deck on 2. Where do you see this dude? He's not a heavyweight. He'd be your tight end. The big athletic dude. Oh! There's some action over on mat 1.
That's quickness right there, man.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I just got a feeling this one on mat 2 next is going to be a good one. Because even the kid, the late Catholic kid looks athletic and good sized. This CVCA kid's right here in his singlet.
Yeah, he's a good looking.
Yeah, my stepson's wrestled him a couple times. He's tough.
He looks tough.
He was he 3rd or 4th at 190 last year?
I don't know. He looks
D2.
like I would not be surprised.
I've watched him a few times.
James Jeffers.
I was thinking of the
I don't know if
Tepley
that's right.
kid. I may have the wrong guy. I think that's him though.
I don't see the on deck. I was guessing maybe.
Okay.
We'll have it here when he comes up.
Precarious position here on Mat 1 with his cradle. Yeah. He's got it. A 6'5" man. He's stuck.
He got him. Lots of action.
Oh, yeah.
Is your son done for the night?
He's had one championship, lost, dropped down, 1-1 in the Concies.
Oh, so he's got some matches ahead of him.
I'm sure he's got at least one more.
Yeah, he's got some matches.
I know I think there was a bye in both of those. Winners bracket and the Consie bracket, and so yeah.
What weight is he?
126.
Okay.
A little bigger than I was. I was 126 as a senior in college. He's 10th grader, 126, but he's pretty lean. Definitely tall and lanky like me. Like I used to be anyway.
You still got it, Matt. You still got it.
Just hang out with short people like us.
Right.
You can feel as tall as you want, man.
Yeah, dude, that game can be my tight end.
It's gonna be a go here.
Yeah, I like this one.
I'm ready. But we have a heck of a match to finish up on. It's 3-1 in the second period right here.
All right, we'll join that match.
Might as well join it and leave it there.
So on mat 2, we have Tristan Gibson from Ashland taking on Landon. I don't know how to say that. Landon Crozier.
Oh boy, that's a name down there, Crozier.
I was right at 190. That was Tepley, sophomore CVCA. He took fourth as a freshman last year in D2 at 190.
I wrestled with a guy named Crozier from Stuebenville in college, Rick Crozier.
All right.
Was that at West Lib?
Yeah.
All right.
He used to coach here. In fact, when I first walked in and saw Big Red, first person I thought it was Rick. Wonder, obviously a relative here.
I want this. Where's the brackets at? Let's see. What way was that? This one next. Now we got a 3-1 match here on mat 2.
Yeah.
One into the third. Gibson and Crozier. And then following them is Tepley and Mitchell. It's a sophomore, dude.
Yeah.
That CVCA kid's a sophomore. That's pretty wild. That kid's pretty good looking. I can't wait to see him wrestle.
Yeah, Anthony saw him, my stepson. Was at the club duels for USA Wrestling Freestyle. He walked out, and I was like, that's a big 190.
Yeah.
Hey, Braylon, let's go.
Is that what weight he is?
Yeah.
Today?
Yes.
Yeah, he is. Yes, he is.
He's got a lot of range, too. Like, his wingspan's got to be like 7 feet.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. Guy could probably get an underhook on you and stand 5 feet away at the same time.
Hated wrestling guys like that.
Meet guys like that.
Yeah.
Hammond's Mr. Long and lanky.
I never wrestled
spider
anybody
guy
like that. I've never in my life have I ever
because you
wrestled
were that
somebody
guy.
taller than me.
Yeah, because you were that guy.
There was one time I was supposed to wrestle. If I won a couple matches, I was going to see Sean Penn from Franklin Heights, who does that Inside the Circle down in Central Ohio on YouTube. And the match ended up not happening, but I'm like, I've never wrestled somebody taller than me. This will be the first time, but something didn't work out. I don't know. I probably ruined it and got beat or something, but never wrestled somebody taller than me. So
I never wrestled anybody I was taller than.
You had the opposite problem.
I feel like I was taller than Capper in high school. He grew after high school. Yeah, I felt like I was just a hair taller than him. Maybe he was little. He actually should have been a 98. They bumped him up so he could go to college, get a college scholarship.
Yeah.
So he was a small 105.
This thing's getting exciting over here. It's getting exciting. They went inside trip and all kinds of nastiness in that one. Just tied the match for overtime here.
4-4.
Grammy can do something.
Yeah, no
There
doubt.
we go.
Standing switch, something.
Be interested to see what the strategy is here. Some of these guys are so willing to leave it to a coin toss. Who can do the ride out or get out? And you know, I'm a mat wrestler, but I'd rather get the takedown and not leave it up to.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean,
Finish it
stalling's
here.
called different than that 30 seconds. Stalemates are called different. It's
Yeah.
I told the kids that I would coach, I would say, you know, if it's overtime, win and lose on your terms. Don't let that guy decide whether you win or lose. You go out and make your decision. You are either gonna be very aggressive and get physical and get your shot off, or not, or you're gonna let that guy determine whether.
I think I usually base my strategy. I'm telling a kid on what their strengths are. If I got a kid that's a takedown machine.
Sure.
For example, Joe Grandaminico, was a 2-year starter for the Buckeyes and was outstanding wrestler here one year. I want to say about 2010. I told him, win it in that 1 minute overtime. And I had other guys who were great mat wrestlers. I'm like, hey, don't take any risks.
He should not have stopped that match.
No, he broke the plane.
He did?
He broke the plane. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's what the coach is saying.
No, yeah, I saw it. He broke it. I know
Are you
what he was looking
saying
at.
should have been given the chance to go for the pin?
Yeah, but he
I
did
think so.
give him the chance. But if the guy breaks the plane,
Yeah, once they come
it's
off their
over.
back, then that's
and
it.
actually, I think there might be a new rule. Like it's not even like it used to be like 45, and now it used to be 90, and they would stop it. Now it's like 45. All you have to do is come off your back, and they stop it. All right, well, here we go. This looks like two solid 190s. This could be like, if this doesn't look like a district semis match.
All right.
What do we got here?
Oh.
Matt to Ben Mitchell from Lake Catholic and Paul Tepley from, they're both sophomores. Nice little shot.
Yeah. Getting ready to have a pin over on 3. He's settling it down. Thank you. Settling down nice and slow. There it was.
Yeah, at that weight class, you get somebody in that position, it's usually over.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Nice little tilts. He's working some good stuff on top. showed his hands. He completely showed his hands. There he goes. There's another set. He's nasty. You a Benedictine fan? You like their colors?
I do like their colors. Yeah, they got a little
Dark blue, baby blue.
Yeah.
I figured. It's right up your alley.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Coach Cheek does a nice job. He's on Team Ohio's staff. I've got to know him over the last couple of years. His kids scrap, and yeah, he wrestled at Edinburgh. He was really tough in college. But yeah, he's doing a nice job over there.
All right, what's this guy got on bottom?
Switch. He can switch.
He can.
Nice little shot. No setup, but.
Oh my goodness, they're flopping around over on 4.
We got some lightweights on 3. Back to the bottom of the batting order here.
There we go. I'd like to call it the top, sir.
Right. So over on map 4, we have Josiah Newmeyer from CVCA taking on Luke Remy from Clear Fork. That's your match over on map 4 that you mentioned they were flopping around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess in baseball it'd be top of the batting order. In wrestling, I don't know. Is the bottom of the batting order, top of the batting order in wrestling? How are we going to do this?
You're going back to the top of the
I would
batting
start
order.
at the beginning, so yeah, I guess that would be the bottom,
Yeah.
though. Then you work your way up to heavyweight, no?
No.
You going the other way? I could see either justification for either way.
No, I don't.
Life as a lightweight.
Yeah.
That's a bad dude right there. He came out and handled business. 15-0 tech fall. All right, let's zero in on center stage here. As these heavyweights finish up, I think we're going to take us a break here. You got Matt Hammonds, Jamie Fosnight, and Tom Fosnight here at North Canton Hoover High School at the North Canton Hoover Holiday Wrestling Tournament. We'd like to thank a couple of our sponsors, Papa Gyros, which is amazing gyros. Matt, if you need something, we get you taken care of. But the Paxtos family owns Papa Gyros. They're freaking a chain around here. They're awesome.
I'm definitely going to have to check that out.
And then you got Reshot, my boy Dante Rini, Reshot Sports Apparel for some of your wrestling needs. I heard that Reshot, if you go to our website, the Strager Media, we take photos and all kinds of stuff. Well, Dante Rini, owner of Reshot, purchased all the photos for every picture taken, so everybody else can go and get the photos for free.
Oh, wow.
So,
I saw they had a deal for $30 singlets today. I got the email for it. That's a heck of a deal, and I've purchased stuff from them before. It's been quality.
he's a local kid from here.
Yeah, I remember him.
You can make the argument that if Dante Rini's on your staff, the kid he's practicing with is going to be state champ. Because he works with dudes and he trains at a high level. Dante cranks out state champs. But one-on-one, I'd like to see Dante run a room. I have not done that, so I love you, Dante. And then we also have Texas Roadhouse is a sponsor of Straggett Media this weekend. So, like I said, I think we're going to kind of take a little break here and let these heavyweights finish up. We have a couple consolation rounds. They've been running consies the whole time, so they should only have like one round of consies left. There's been consies going in the other room the whole time.
Oh, really?
So for right now, I think we're going to sign off for a little bit, at least the on air, but I think that they'll let the videos run for a little bit. We might pop in and give you some times on what time you'll see us tomorrow and all that. But as for right now, it's Jamie Fosnight, Tom Fosnight, Matt Hammond. So we're going to take us a little break. Talk to you soon. We're out. Peace.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Turned off here. Pull his bracket up, 26 consoles.